This is my review on the new Aspire Cleito tank. This is a new design from Aspire. They've replaced the centre chimney and just made it one coil from the top to the bottom. So it screws into your base and then onto your top cap. So have a quick look at it and then we'll fill it up and show you how it runs. So we'll take the top cap off first. So this is a top fill tank. You just slot the juice in down the side of the coil there. Take it apart a minute. So you take the glass off, at least your coil, that's the size of your coil. It's a whopping great coil on this thing. Get it out. And there's your base. So we've got a standard 510 connection on the base, and you can see there it says Cleito on the bottom. This is your coil. As I said, it's a whacking great coil, but they designed this, they believe that it will increase flavour. So we'll have to see in a minute. Put it back together again a minute. Let's have a look. Make sure you screw it up nice and tight. I have pre-used this coil, so it has been pre-soaked. Before anyone says I haven't soaked it. Okay, there we go. So that's back together. Top it up with a bit of juice. So just put it down the side, give it a squeeze. Lovely. And then just screw it again, your top back on. So before we put this on and run it, let's just have a little look. So you've got lots of airflow in the bottom there. You've got 3 airflow holes, one there, and one here. And actually, if we look at these coils, and take a look at this one, you've actually got 4 sections of juice holes on there. Now this is a double skinned coil, so you've got an inner layer and an outer layer of cotton in there as well. It's actually a really wide coil. Now, I've been using this for just over 2 weeks now, and I've had no leakage from it at all, which is, well, I was surprised, to be honest. I thought there would be a little bit. I had the Triton 2, which was unleakable, and that still leaked, so I didn't hold my breath too much on this one, but actually I've got to say I've been impressed with it so far. It comes with a dowel ring tip on it. You can take this off if you want to and use your own 510 tip. It just sits in the top there, so you can do it that way. The only trouble with doing that is you have still got an O-ring on the outside here, which you can just about see. You can't see it too much on the black one, but on the stainless one it will stand out a bit more. Personally, I'm actually quite happy with this little dowel ring tip. It doesn't bother me. Size wise, you're looking it's 40mm from the top cap to the base. It's 58 from the actual 510 pin to the top of the dowel ring tip. It's a 22mm tank. It holds 3.5mm capacity of juice, and let's put it on a mod and see what it's like. So the flavour on this tank is amazing. A lot of tanks promise good flavour. They don't always deliver, but this one does. The flavour from it really is good. Whether that's down to the fact that it's a bigger coil, and because it's such wide airflow on it, you are getting masses of air through there. But either way, it works well. The flavour, I say, is brilliant. Cloud wise, like I said, it's not bad. I mean, I'm only running at 40 watts. This is the 0.4 coil. It comes with 2 coils in a little packet. This little box. It comes with the black one comes with an orange vape band, and I believe the stainless steel one comes with a black vape band. You also get spare glass, and you get these 5 cuffs, or collar cuffs, which I'll show you those in just a tick. You also get 2 coils. You get the 0.2 coil, which runs 55 to 70 watts, and then you also get the 0.24 coil, which I'm running in there at the moment. That goes between 40 and 60. I'm running at 40 at the minute. I've had it up to 60. It runs well. For me, I'm quite happy around 40, 50. I mean, I'm up at the 50. clouds do good. So let's have a look at these collars. So the collars here, you get 4 different colours. Get the orangey, yellow, blue, a black one, and a red one. I'll just put one of these on so you can see it. The idea of this is because there is no chimney, the top does get a little bit hot sometimes when you're vaping on it. I don't really need it. I don't really find it a problem, to be honest, but so you can put it on there. Another way you can do is, I suppose, if you've got quite a few of these tanks, maybe 2 or 3 of these tanks, you can have a different cuff on each one. You can personalize it with your juice, you know, like the same as the light on the X Cube. You know, it's personal preference. You use it or you don't. I like the light gimmick. The cuffs, I'm not too fussed about, to be honest, but some people might like it. You know, if you do, fair dues. I personally, what I do use, I do quite like the little vape band. I do keep it on there. It's ideal for protection if you do drop your tank or anything like that. It just adds that little bit of protection. But yeah, again, some people like them, some people don't. I tend to run mine around the top there. I don't leave it on the glass. There's no point, because if you drop it on the glass and the vape band hits, it's still going to smash the glass. At least if you put it on the top, it creates it wider, so there's less chance of hitting the glass. So we've gone through the collars, we've gone through the drip tip. You can put your own one on there. I don't really like it. I'm quite happy with the Delring one that's on there. Price wise, actually, I think, do you know what? This is a really good price tank. These retail at $19.99 from ecigaspire.co.uk, who's one that sent me through this for review. Various other people I've looked around, they're all about the same price. It's $19.99 for the stainless version, usually about £1, maybe £2 dearer for the black version. It depends on your preference. Yeah, again, I like black because I always have black mods. That's my preference. Other people like things different ways. Coil wise, I haven't tried the 0.2 yet. I will try that probably next week, and then I'll maybe update this video and just put a link in the bottom just to say how I got on with that. Overall, pros on it: it's a great cheap tank. If you're new to subbing, or you know you're quite happy, you like these little small tanks. It's not as big as some of the tanks out there. The TFV4, it's a popular tank at the moment. It's not quite as big as that. You've got a few different ones out there, but it's a nice small tank. It looks good on most mods. Cons, I suppose the con may be if you'd like changing your drip tip, it can look a bit scrappy if you've got the O-ring, you know, showing, especially if you've got the stainless version. On the black, it doesn't stand out so much. On the stainless one, I have seen it, it does stand out if you don't use the Delring, use your own 510. Probably the biggest flaw to this, and yeah, it is a pain. If you need to change your coil, you can't if you've got any juice in there. You're going to have to waste your juice. Because the coil goes from top to bottom, if you've got half a tank of juice, you want to change your coil, you're going to have to tip the juice either into maybe a separate pot to put it back in, but it is a bit of a nuisance. In an ideal world, your coil will only ever go when you've got an empty tank, but it doesn't work that way. But that's probably the biggest flaw to it. I have noticed with the top fill, when sometimes I've filled it up, obviously because you do get a little bit of juice residue around the top here. So when you screw your top back on, sometimes you do get a bit of juice residue, but then it's easy to wipe off with a bit of tissue. But the actual tank itself hasn't leaked. I say I've been using it for 2 weeks now, every day, all day, and it hasn't leaked on me at all. So overall, I'm impressed. Would I recommend it to a friend? Yeah, I would, and I have. And a couple of friends have actually ordered them as well for themselves. I personally have ordered a second one for myself because I like to run different juices all the time. I don't tend to run the same juice all the time, so it's nice to, you know, leave this one on one side with a different juice in it, pick up another one. I love the airflow of this tank. You get a good hit from it. It doesn't use a lot of power, 40 watts. You know, it's nothing. The 0.2 coil, you're upping your wattage. You're looking at 70 watts. It's going to produce, you know, a lot more cloud. I should imagine the flavour might be a bit more intense. I don't know, but we shall find out. Okay, to wrap things up, let's say this was the review on this by Cleito tank. Would I recommend it? Yes, I already have. A couple of friends have ordered them for themselves. I've ordered a second one for myself. I really like this tank. It's definitely the best one of Aspire have done. This tank, like I said, is available various places. I'll put a couple of links in the description. And thanks for watching. If you like the review, then give us a like. Feel free to subscribe. There will be more videos coming shortly. And you can also follow me on Twitter. I'll put the link down the bottom in the description as well. All right, take care. Happy vaping. Thanks for watching.